The president threatened to destroy Iran's civilization, the entire civilization. Not the Iranian government, but the Iranian civilization, the Iranian people. How can the president claim that America can ever have the moral high ground if he's threatening to destroy civilizations and not casting wars as fights against other governments?
I think you should take a look at the actions of this president over the course of the past 6 weeks and the actions of our brave men and women in our United States military who have taken out essentially taken out the military of a rogue Islamic regime that has chanted death to America for 47 years, that has killed and maimed thousands of American soldiers over the course of the last 5 decades. The president absolutely has the moral high ground over the Iranian terrorist regime, and for you to even suggest otherwise is frankly insulting.
What's insulting, Caroline, is your inability to answer a question directly without deflecting. And for a party that is constantly screaming about DEI hires, it's interesting how quickly qualifications stop mattering when it is a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes. You were asked a very clear and specific question, and that question was, how can the president claim the moral high ground after threatening an entire civilization? Not a government, an entire people. And instead of answering that, you pivoted like you always fucking do. And since you told that reporter to take a look at the actions of the president over the last 6 weeks, let's do exactly that. According to UNICEF, 1,100 children have been killed or injured, including around 200 children killed in Iran alone. That is what your moral high ground looks like. You brought up death to America, you brought up soldiers, and you brought up anything except the actual question because you cannot justify threatening an entire population without deflecting. And since you brought up death to America, let's talk about why that sentiment even exists. The United States helped overthrow Iran's democratically elected government in 1953, backed an authoritarian regime, and spent decades interfering in that region. And if American soldiers are being harmed, maybe it's because we have no fucking business being there in the first place. You do not get to destabilize countries for decades and then play victim when there's resistance. So what's actually insulting, Caroline, wasn't the question, it was that you dodged it completely.